every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Wcll semifinal action. I am Chris Nesport, joined here today by Joe Dresser, and we are your commentators for all 4 matches today. Today, starting off our first game, we have a D2 tilt between the Gales of St. Mary's and the Wildcats of Chico. Joe, we got 2 teams here. Early morning here. When you're playing in the morning, what's something that really gets you going?
Let's see excuse me. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So let's see here if these college students know how to wake up early and get their coffee in them and play in the mornings. Who knows if they have morning practices, but that's something to keep an eye out for. This is when they usually play, or if they got to get some jitters out right away in the mornings. Yeah,
one benefit of playing at 9 a.m. Is our weather. We got a beautiful morning here. Fog is still sinking in here, and it hasn't burned off quite yet. I think these guys will appreciate the cooler weather as opposed to some of our afternoon games where the sun's just going to be beaten down. Let's talk about today's game here. So we have 2 seed St. Mary's taking on 3 seed Chico. Both teams actually have 5-4 records. Last time these teams played, St. Mary's came up with the win, beating Chico 11-7. I got a chance to sit down with both coaches, and they both had thoughts on how they might counter that or do something different or look to maintain the same thing. So for St. Mary's, head coach Matt Dobbs, second year with the program, first time in making the playoffs. So in his first playoff experience, he's really looking forward to giving up good shots, looking for great shots. They were actually down 3 to Chico in the third period last time they played. And Coach Dobbs said they're a tough opponent. They play us tough every single time. And so, look, it's going to be a battle today. St. Mary's did put in a zone defense that they didn't have their last game. And so they said they're going to come out in that zone. Might be a little change up for the Wildcats to handle. On Chico's end, they really hope to slow the game down. Look for them to be more buttoned up in transition. Their coach, Kevin Law, in his first year as head coach, he was offensive coordinator for the last 7 years with the program. He was upset that they got beat so much in transition. And one thing he highlighted was figuring out the goalie for the Gales. So on that note, let's talk about the goalie for the Gales. So senior Nate Welcomer, coming out of Lafayette, California. He went to Akalani's. Before, actually, he played at Colgate prior to the pandemic, decided to transfer back home, and he was this year's WCLL D2 Defensive Player of the Year. So someone to watch, that's, I think, the first one. We're settling into our face-off here. St. Mary's wins the draw cleanly. That's 24, Chase Parker. Ground ball battle ensues. Coming out of the scrum is Chico. That was 33. Right off the bat, I don't have a number 33 for the Wildcats, but let's see if we can guess at it. LSM, I'm going to go with maybe Kyle Arndt. He was the honorable mention LSM for the WCLL. I could see him taking an opening face-off. Chico settles into their set here, getting the first reps, letting the ball touch everyone's stick, just kind of settling in early in the morning. Skip pass up top. Finds the stick of number 9, Robert Betancourt. Working it back behind through X. Good pressure from the Gales. That's Aiden Davis. Actually, a first-year lacrosse player is Davis. Skip pass up top to 23. Takes a shot, bounces it high. Good first look from Chico. I like their patience on offense. Running a standard 2-3-1 set. Finding those skip lanes really nicely. Ooh, yard sale here for the Gales. Ball's on the ground. Russ let him play through here. This is college lacrosse. Oh, and a pass just bounces off the stick of St. Mary's. It's going to stay Chico ball.
That's something to keep an eye out for these teams. The transition game is going to be huge. If offenses are trying to get over, that opens up transition. Those are some of the key advantages that these teams can take advantage of if their half field 6-on-6 offense isn't scoring. The transition is going to be key, so it's something to keep an eye out for.
Absolutely. I am looking at my roster here, and I see a bunch of numbers that don't quite match up. So if you're watching from home and you want to let me know, hey, you got this name wrong, go ahead and tweet at me at Nespor2. and happy to give you a shout out or fix some pronunciation, make sure the right guys are getting the recognition. Chico working it around their offensive set, going for a dodge down the left alley was 32, Jordan Harris. Swings around. You see St. Mary's employing this zone that Coach Dobbs was talking about. Just a 3-3 zone, which Chico's doing a great job here, right? You do want to do skip passes. You look to skip it through a zone, drag and replace as we're seeing here. What are some other things you want to do against a zone defense? Let's talk about that later as we get a skip inside. A great cut from Sam McGlynn, one of the captains for the Wildcats. He was a third-team attackman for the WCLL this year and showed why. An excellent cut and a good finish with his left hand puts the Chico up 1-0 over St. Mary's.
Yeah, it's a great look to the crease. That's what you're looking for with that zone defense. It's very similar to a man-up where you're moving the ball quickly, trying to find an open lane after some quick passes, but you're always looking at the crease, and that's something that St. Mary's is going to have to be guarding when that ball is moving around the perimeter.
That was Benjamin Yang for the Wildcats winning the faceoff behind to his pole. 33 again. I guess we don't have a 33 right now. I'll check with my table mates over here. Do we have a 33 for Chico? Yeah. We'll try and figure that out at a break here.
Now the question is, did he switch numbers mid-season, or did the jersey not make its way here to Los Gatos?
You never know in the MCLA, Joe. Crazier things have happened. Pass goes wide, or rather, it was too tight. We missed inside there, and the ball goes out of bounds to St. Mary's. Looking to clear the ball and get into their first real offensive possession. Tim Daly, one of the do-it-all guys for the Gales. He was a first-team WCLL midfielder this year. 57 ground balls, 44 points on the year. Coach Dobbs tells me he gets upset when he subs off the field, so we're going to see number 8 all over the place today. Another guy we're going to see all over, that's number 7, Matias Limon. Had a nice dodge from the righty wing there. Ball still in the sticks of St. Mary's. St. Mary's, lots of movement, which is great from an offensive standpoint. You keep that defense guessing. We get a shot from 8. That's Daly with the shot down the left wing. Backed up by the Gales.
And he's looking to get back to his left, as you can see with that shot. Not a big angle, but that's his shot. He's going to continue to take it.
Big shot for the Gales there. Finds the back of the net. That was number 12, Corey Broadwell, who actually, he's listed as an LSM. He's playing midfield here now due to a myriad of injuries for St. Mary's. So number 12, Broadwell, gets a goal, only his second goal of the year. Couldn't come at a better time. Ties the game up 1-1 with 10 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Face-off whistle blows, and we're tied up a little bit. Looks like the Wildcats face-off man was sitting on the ball, so the ball it's awarded to St. Mary's. And that's going to be a flag every time, as the ref was waiting for it. For Chico, you got to give him 5 yards before you can throw that check. St. Mary's with the free possession here, with man up looming. Daly with the ball up top. Directing traffic. Finds O'Driscoll going for a run down the right wing. High bouncer just misses wide. And we are going to get the officials to give this penalty. It's going to be a 30-second delay of game against Chico.
There's less holes up there. We'll see if they're trying to set up right there. It's very enough. Top of the box, and maybe they're trying to give Chico a look there to maybe catch him by surprise later in the game if it comes to it. They need a goal.
Yep. Yeah, it's early in the game, so maybe you're running plays to set up things later. Interested to see if they come back to that. St. Mary's coming out at a 1-3-2 set for their man up. Gets a pretty good lefty look here. Dodges down low. Nice move. Puts it home. That's 8. Joe Daly making his impact on the game early. Puts the Gales up 2-1. Shout out Joe Daly, East Bay teammate. That was Timothy Daly for the Gales with a nice job of really kind of, slipping past his defender. He didn't quite walk the dog there, but it went to the one hand as he dodges underneath and brings it back middle and finishes.
And that's just too easy. I mean, that was off of one pass. So Chico needs to do a better job of, not committing too hard on that top side and staying up. So we'll see how the meter continues to go.
Yeah.
Continue to generate those easy looks at that last goal.
Yep. I'm curious. I didn't see what happened, but it looks like there was some dead ball infraction against St. Mary's, so there was no face-off. Ball was awarded to Chico. Another great cut from McGlynn there. Saved that time by Welcomer. It begins his clear. Finds his pole on the wing. Pass inside to our guy, Daly. Clears past the midline. In the stick of Weston Wheatley. Back to Daly as we get our midfield line set.
Daly's doing it also far this game for the Gales. He's putting the ball, he's scoring goals as I'm made up. So we'll see how his legs continue to last throughout the game.
Yeah, and part of that too, if you're playing to win this game, you're hoping to win. You have another game tomorrow, so you got to make sure you have gas.
Definitely.
Daly with the backup. On that note, right? You said he's doing it all. Daly has a ground ball and a goal in every game played this year, which just shows you how much he is. He literally does it all for the team. He plays offense, he plays defense. He's got 23 goals, 21 assists, so he's pretty. He's not one-dimensional. He's looking to feed. He's looking to score. He's picking up ground balls, 57 ground balls on the year. Just a really impressive player, number 8.
Got a stoppage for some reason, maybe.
I believe that was number 12, Broadwell. Went down, looked like he cramped up a little bit, stretching out his hamstring as he's walking off the field here. So good play by the officials to stop it and get the player safely off the field. Ooh, Limon just misses. That was a good look with a righty rip for number 7.
They're going to be looking for Daly here, so we'll see where they generate this man up look. That's the guy.
Oh, we got the Selly in there too. That's number 7, Limon. Another first-team WCLL player puts the Gales up 3-1.
Hasn't just been coaching across, he's been teaching some sellers as well.
That one's making its rounds on all the social media. What is it? They're either eating corn or there was some other. I forget exactly what it is, but that's a popular one these days. We head back to the face-off dot, and Chico really they have a clear advantage here. I think that's what 5 face-offs on the game, and they've won. Most of it, I think 4 of them, they've won pretty cleanly. In the 5th one, there was an infraction that gave the ball to St. Mary's. So Chico has the advantage at the face-off dot early. We'll see if there's any counters to that from the Gales. The St. Mary's, they do run a face-off by committee. So we'll see if they find someone who can counter what Chico has going. Shout out to Ben Yang for the Wildcats doing a nice job. Chico working against this zone. Kind of in an open set. Look for the cutters to the crease. That's what they've been trying to hit. They do again here. Nice shot, 14. That's Zach Williamson. Backed up by the Wildcats. Here's another skip. Back to the top. And McGlynn finds the back of the net for a second time today. Assisted by, I believe that was 17. I also don't have 17 on a roster.
those are the looks you're willing to give up if you're in that zone. You know, those shots from 15 out, and he nailed it. So you gotta live with something when you're in that zone, and we'll see if the goalie can stop that 15-yard shot throughout the game.
Yeah, great placement. Great placement on the shot. St. Mary's, just as I said it, St. Mary's comes up with the face-off. Daly takes a shot directly off of the face-off wing, backed up by the Gales. We'll restart with the ball outside of the box. Chico caught in the sub game a little bit. Ooh, nice check there, 25 for the Wildcats. Riley Ketchum dislodges the ball, puts it on the ground, and Chico's going the other way. Ketchum, one of the captains for Chico, honorable mention WCLL defender this year. Unfortunately, Chico turns one over at a big time. St. Mary's working the clear. Finds a familiar stick of Daly. He's got one behind if he wants it. Good move to get back to the middle. Was 14 for the Gales. That's Kevin O'Driscoll.
Backup there.
No backup. Ball's going to go to the Wildcats in the stick of Larkin Coker. Coker, a local guy, went to Archbishop Mitty just down the road here. Honorable mention WCLL goalie as a junior. So great season for Larkin. Playing well so far. Looking to hopefully direct his defense and keep the Gales off the scoreboard as much as possible.
In that shot there, I understand you want to find that time to push the transition, and you're thinking goal, but there's no one backing up there, and it's no one's fault per se. That's something they need to be aware of if they're going to push that shot in transition and have no attacking behind the next to back up that shot if it wants.
Chico again, open set, looking to skip it up high into shooting lanes. Oh, nice shot. Great location there. That is another 23 that we don't have. Betancourt gets the assist there. 23. Yeah, I'm going to make a guess here. I think that's Jacob Levers. I have him as 24. But Levers has 20 goals, 8 assists. 23. You're going to be Levers for me today. You get the goal. Betancourt with the assist, and we have a timeout on the field. That's one thing with some of the MCLA rosters here is they get set so early. Yep. Thank you. Awesome. I just got confirmation that Levers is in fact 23. So Levers, great shot right there. We saw that skip again, right? Skip through the zone and put it off stick hip, which as a goalie, they say that's the hardest place to score or to save it. You got to get the stick all the way around there, but not a ton of space against that pipe. So Levers able to put it home.
Yeah, quick passes with the zone, quick passes, try to find that skip, and then get a shot off quickly before the goalie can get set. He placed it perfectly off stick there, and that's all I need to do to get the goals against the zone.
We got a great game here early, 3-3 with 5.5 to go in the first period. As mentioned earlier, these teams played, it was a 7-11 ball game, so they are no strangers to a scrap, and we're in for a good one here early. I think the face-off game is going to become very important. Ben Yang for the Wildcats, he's been pretty dominant. He's won it behind, he's won it forward. I think St. Mary's has got to do everything they can to make it a scrum by maybe locking off the wings a little bit more. On the far side, we see that wing is pretty available for him. And ball goes straight to him. Chico ball. Settling into their offensive possession is Zach Williamson. They've scored 3 goals, all pretty similar looks. So if you're St. Mary's here, we got to get those sticks in those passing lanes. We have to protect those skips a lot more than we have been. Pretty common coaching tip is you can recover adjacent. Skip passes are harder to get to, so we've got to honor those skip lanes, play inside out. They've gotten 3 looks just from skips into open space.
Yeah, and these goals have all been from 10 to 15 yards out. So this might be their strategy to bend or break. And they've given up a few goals, but maybe they're willing to give up those shots from 10 to 15 and hope to make mistakes. So we'll see how that plays out.
Jack Lantier with a great play on the defensive end to get the ball down. Nifty stick work to keep it through some pressure. The ball unable to connect on the clearing pass, and it goes back to the Wildcats. And Joe, by the way, I did just win the race to Nifty. Heavy pressure there from Limon. Picks up the ground ball. Back to the Gales. Smartly elects to settle in after a long transition play. Limon up to Daly. Daly finds Wheatley. Looked like they almost wanted to go for a hidden ball there, too.
I'm telling you, they're looking for it tonight.
Ball back to Williams. Josh A. Williams at X there. He had 5 goals, 1 assist last time they played Chico. So look for that's number 9, Williams, operating from X right now. No stranger to scoring goals. Wheatley with it up top. Takes a big shot. Coker, nice save down low. Pops it out to his defender. That's Ketchum. Or Ketchum all. Good clear from the Wildcats. Sun's starting to come through here. Really is a nice morning here at Los Gatos High. Betancourt with it. I think Chico's figured out this zone. I would maybe throw some wrinkles, do something. They're getting some comfortable looks. Of course, I say that and they get a turnover. But I would mix it up. I would mix it up if I'm St. Mary's. I think Chico is comfortable with the zone and they're attacking it the way they should. Great clearing pass, unable to handle it though. Ground ball picked up for a minute. Chico with a heavy right, able to keep it on the carpet. Ball's up in the air now. Williams fighting for it. Good old-fashioned scrap here. Still down. Bodies flying all over the place here. Looking for someone's got to scoop through this ground ball and get it to space. It is out of bounds. Ball is awarded to the Gales. 1 minute, 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Those are the plays. These scrums are important. You got your half-field offense, but those scrums and the scrappiness of these teams really shows who's really going to want it when it comes down to the wire.
Ill-advised pass from Williams there. I see what he's looking for. He had a guy open on the crease, but it's tough. It's off his back foot. It's a high-risk, low-reward play right there, and it gives the ball back to Chico in a time where you could really use a possession.
And Chico's they've been so clearing. Let's see if they can clear it here.
Limon tries to lower his shoulder.
That works.
There you go, Chico, right now.
Harris with the ball. Oop. Goes low. Turned over again here. Oh, big hit from Chico. That's going to draw a flag. When the ball was on the ground, that's why they're going to whistle it dead.
Defenseless. You really don't need to hit him with all that force. All you need to do is a simple push and take the ball away.
Yeah, I think the officials here are starting to feel the tension rising in this game. We had a big scrum earlier. We got a big hit here. Good job of calling that one. It's the right call. Lets these teams know, hey, you can play physical, but we got to keep it safe.
Yeah, and when you grow up playing lacrosse and you're caught, you keep your hands together, you hit them squarely in the chest. But sometimes now, you know, they're really stressing safety. And even if you deliver a correct hit, if the guy goes flying backwards, a lot of times the refs are going to regardless of if it's technically a correct hit. So yeah, he needs to let it go a little bit.
All right, St. Mary's man up here. Finds a guy open on the crease. That's Williams. Nice crash there from to Wildcat pull. That's 24. Danny Gratton. Good job of filling in on the crease. Williams operating from X. Finds Limon. Limon, nice rip there. Goes for that high bouncer, backed up. I think Coker got a piece of that. Yep, shot clock resets.
That's a 6-on-5, you know. Get better shots than that. Probably wants it, so we'll see if he lets it fly again.
Skip across. Good hitch there. That's Daly. Working it one more. Onto the crease. Nice save from Coker. And that's going to be Wildcat ball on the race to the end line. Great work from Danny Gratton. And honestly, good effort from the Gales player as well. That was Daly with the dive to the end line. But it was awarded to Chico, and Chico is going to take a timeout here, make sure they can clear the ball. Oh, that was quarter. That was first quarter. My fault.
So is Chico going to start off with the ball in the second quarter?
If the penalty was not released, then yes.
I do not believe it was released. And, you know, that's a little bit of a brain fart there for the Gales.
Yeah, especially if you've been struggling so much at faceoffs, right? You admit defeat. Okay, there was a good look there. Chico just did a good job of winning the race to the end line. But yeah, with the man in the penalty box, if it was in fact not released yet, Chico is going to start with the ball. Though they may have gotten it anyway from the faceoff with the way Ben Yang's playing.
That's a good point.
Tie ball game here in Los Gatos, 3-3 between the Gales of St. Mary's and the Wildcats of Chico. So far, exactly what the coaches expected. It's what we've seen. We've seen a lot of transition. St. Mary's pushing. We've seen a zone defense from the Gales. Chico doing a good job of countering that. I think, you know, even though they may not have seen it from St. Mary's before, they clearly know how to attack a zone. We've seen physicality. We've got scrums. We've got, you know, a couple big hits, some legal, some not. And I'm looking forward to 3 more quarters of this. This is great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both of these teams are, with the man-ups and just the defensive strategies. We've seen some zone today. We're going to be seeing a lot more of those 10 to 15-yard looks. And we'll see if they can take advantage and get, you know, instead of finding a good shot, finding a great shot on the crease. But so far, a lot of outside looks in this first quarter.
Yeah, I don't have saves on here yet, but Coker had 2 or 3 there at the end. I know a welcomer for the Gales, he's got at least a couple as well. So goalies doing a good job. I think offenses, as we get more shots on cage, this quarter is very important. You can either build that goalie's confidence or you can break it going into the second half. We have 3 different goal scorers for the Gales between Daly, Broadwell, Limon. For Wildcats, McGlynn has 2 goals. And Levers with the 3rd, Betancourt with an assist. Chico ball to start the second quarter here. It's in the stick of Betancourt. Get our field set.
I wonder how much time is left in this penalty. If it's a quick release or if they're going to have some time to maybe double team the ball and try to force it through.
Does look like he's standing in the box, so it seems to be relative, and he's released right now. Oh, and that Ward call goes against the Wildcats. Betancourt getting away with a little bit of offhand, or not getting away with his offhand there.
That's tough. That's tough. Completely unforced. There's no one really around. You can go back. Keep running down the sideline. Just about forced.
Efficient clear from the Gales, working it back to the opposite side, away from the sub box. That's what you want to see. They're going to settle into their first offensive possession of this second quarter. Daly with it, going for a lefty sweep up top.
There you go, Chico. Come on now.
On the far side finds Williams. Back to Daly here. Maybe a little bit of a moving screen there, wasn't called. Wheatley with it. Different offense that we've seen from the Gales. A little bit more pick action. Maybe trying to get some favorable matchups with a short stick. Though Wheatley going to take this pull anyway. Rolls back to his left. Gets his hands free for a second. Shot bounced high. Backed up by the Gales.
Who's going to initiate the offense?
Daly's a party starter for sure. Limon's got a great shot. He's shown that already today. Curious to see how his dodge is. You know, Josh A. Williams as well, 14 goals, 9 assists on the year. He's a guy that we could look to initiate probably from behind. It seems to be where he's most comfortable with. But Daly definitely captaining the ship right now as he goes for a run on the lefty wing.
It's on top side left.
Gets a pick. Feeds inside. Just misses cutter. Coker able to pick that ball off cleanly. Pass just goes high. It's going to be back to the Gales. It's Ryan Senjit with it. Straight back to Daly. Let him operate.
Chico's going to continue to have difficulty clearing. St. Mary's can take some of these chances offensively. They can force that pass if they might see it. And we'll see how that plays out if Chico continues to struggle.
Yeah, I mean that clearing the ball would negate their advantage at the faceoff X. Oh, quick move from Wheatley. Good job getting back to his strong hand. Nice save from Coker. Ground ball won by the Gales. Zachary Ugarte.
That's a reset of the shot clock too.
Great possession for St. Mary's. I like that move from Wheatley. Kind of lulled the defense to sleep. Williams trying to do a little bit more of the same. Gets his hands free and sticks it home. Oh man, Coker wants that one back. He's looking at his stick, thinking he had it. Williams with a nice right-to-right split. Bounces it high and found that top corner.
What was that from 18?
That was deep. That was deep, and I think that's one of the reasons Coker's a little bit upset with himself. There's 1 or 2 goals a game where goalies they're going to take that one. They're going to say, "Hey guys, that was on me," and I think Coker wants that one back. St. Mary's finds the advantage here, going up 1 goal, 4-3 with 12 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Yang wins it again. A little bit more of a scrap, though. That's what you want if you're St. Mary's, and they kick it out. They've got a beat on it. Good pressure from the Wildcats. That's Kyle Arndt, LSM for Chico, able to make it, keep the ball on the ground. Ball is still with Chico. Finds a pull. Big shot. Rip it home. Great play right there. Very unfortunate I don't have a 33. But fantastic play all around from Chico there. It starts with the scrum, keeping the ball loose. Great play over here from 17.
That's a big momentum play. You know, you get the ground ball, which is like 50-50 fight, and you're able to push the transition and get a goal from one of your pulls. So that's good productivity from one of your LSMs, and those are the kind of plays that are going to decide this game, which is 4-4 here in the second.
Yep, Chico jumps or win early or infracted somehow. It's going to be Gale's ball. Look at those pole goals. Those are juice goals, man. Get the team all hyped, a lot of energy. So see if they can ride that here a little bit. Unfortunately, they did give it right back to St. Mary's. So big stop if you're Chico.
And when you score one of those goals in one of these playoff games, you are so much more locked in for the rest of the game. Your competitive nature just elevates. So that's a big goal right there for Wildcats.
Wheatley takes a shot from deep there, maybe inspired by his teammate on the last goal, but just missed wide, and there was no backup. So it's a tough decision right there. Not the best look, and kind of gives the ball right back to Chico. Chico comfortably working into their offensive zone, finds the stick of McGlynn. St. Mary's still in their zone here. Chico open set, trying to work the ball around quickly and beat the zone with ball movement. Going for a dodge there, that was Levers. Up top to McGlynn, unable to handle it. Here's our guy Daly. Pushing transition. Back to his right hand, takes a shot, just misses wide there. But with the backup is Limon.
And that's his third low angle shot that's just missed wide, so it's not hurting you, it's not hitting the goalie and forcing a fast break the other way. It's kind of a possession shot there, low risk kind of.
Limon going for a dodge against 24, Danny Gratton. Nothing doing, so he's going to get it up to his line mate, Weston Wheatley. Wheatley with a nice dodge right there. Had his hands free, drew a slide, still's got it. Just held onto it for too long there. And the ball's on the carpet, scooped up by the Wildcats. That's Riley Ketchum with a nice ground ball. Up to Kyle Arndt. Arndt looking to push, looking to get, finds this attackman for a safe clear. Colin Murray with it. Colin Murray, I like this one. From Kula, Hawaii. Jacob Levers works it back behind. Good pressure from the Gales. Draws the switch. Yeah, if you're going to dodge around a zone, you're just going to get a bunch of double teams like that.
There you go, let it rip.
Oh, Chico getting inside. Going for a shovel shot. Oh, that was close from Robert Betancourt there. Good job of working back to the middle, back to the front of the cage. St. Mary's need to play a little more body defense there. A lot of sticks flying, and Betancourt was able to just run through him.
Yeah, and the ball moves faster than the man, but if you can weave through and get a shot right on the crease, I mean, hey, it works. It works.
Take it. Levers calling for it. Wants his righty shot. Nice save from Welcomer. Rebounds right to the Wildcats. Ball still in front. Puts it home for the Wildcats, number 17. We are working on a name for 17 here. He's made a lot of plays, especially here in the second quarter.
Oh, by number 17.
That's another goal that's not, yes, they were in their 6-on-6, but that is a loose ball, trash goal, as some people like to say. And they're getting some of these goals that are not in the standard 6-on-6 transition goal, a goal after a ground ball pickup, shooting goals not ready, and they're getting some of those today. And it's, they have the lead 5-4.
Yep. St. Mary's won that face-off draw. They got the clamp, they pushed it back, but Chico able to win the ground ball scrum, and they call a timeout. So with 8 minutes left, Chico up 1 goal, 5-4 ball game. We're looking at Coach Law to potentially draw something up and create a little bit of distance between his squad and the St. Mary's Gales. Our apologies for some roster miscues. We're just working with what we were given from the MCLA website. As Joe mentioned earlier, maybe jerseys didn't make the trip. Maybe guys changed numbers. For whatever reason, we may not have the correct names, but we're doing our best to find those thanks to the generosity of the crowd here today at Los Gatos High. Let's see, if I'm St. Mary's here, I'm dumping the zone right now. They're drawing something up for a zone. Let's come out. Let's give them a different look. It's a great thing to do out of a timeout. Some people call it throwing junk. I just call it a changeup. Right? If you throw the same defense for 60 minutes of a game, teams are going to figure that out. So if you mix it up, you give them different looks, you give them more things to think about. They can't get comfortable. A comfortable offense is a dangerous offense.
And usually it's the other way around. Usually the team starts out man and they throw the zone look coming out of the timeout. That happens in multiple sports, so it's something to keep an eye out for if they're going to try to throw a different look here at Chico.
All right, we have some confirmation that wearing 17 for the Wildcats is Enrique Correa, honorable mention attackman for Chico, and he's making his impact known here already. He's got 1 goal, and I believe he also has an assist. So that's Correa. We will have that from here on out. Great tip from St. Mary's. Yeah, McGlynn, good job of keeping it for the Wildcats and getting that ground ball. So we got still a zone. We got still an open set. Looks like we're getting into some action here. 2 guys curling from X. Coming. Oh, good look right there. McGlynn cutting through. We had a pair of cutters wrapping around behind X. I think maybe that drew some attention. McGlynn able to cut through, get his strong hand free. I believe he's a lefty. He scored lefty earlier. He's cutting through with his left hand. So he's still open right now with his left.
That's a nice play. They overlooked the weak side and then had that cutter down on the strong side and got a great look. He just didn't bury it there.
Ball behind Murray. Back to Correa. Correa going for a run, picked up in the zone. Good job keeping the sticks active there with St. Mary's. Ball's loose. Scooped by the Gales. Whew. Risky pass.
I feel like their zone is actually doing a pretty good job thus far.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think that it's, my worry is just that Chico has a very clear plan, and they've capitalized on it many times. That time they were able to get the ball on the ground, so they had their sticks in the air and knocked it down, scooped it up, started that clear. But they just need to make sure they're not ball watching in a zone and keeping their heads on a swivel, sticks in the air. And those are your main, key points for any zone defense, really. Okay, let's see if the Gales can answer here. Down a goal. Skip through to Williams. Limon on the side. Limon looks like he wants some action here. Good pressure. That's Danny Gratton. Gratton and Limon, I like that matchup a lot. Looks like 2 physical guys. They both want a piece of each other. Woo, nice move. That's our guy Daly. Gets his hands free, left hand still a little bit deep though. We'd love to see that shot, closer than 15.
However,
Wheatley stepping into a time and room, just misses wide. Good job from Kevin O'Driscoll working up that lefty side. Drew that adjacent slide and passed it on.
He's going to be thinking about that one.
Williams steps in the crease. Ball back to the Wildcats. Coker clearing all the way up to the midline. Good handle from McGlynn coming to the ball rather than waiting for it. He was, he had Miles Phillips right on his back. If he didn't take those extra steps towards that pass, Phillips was going to be all over it. Betancourt over to McGlynn. McGlynn down to Murray, lefty wing. Looks a little similar. They got to skip over if they want it. Betancourt sweeping high with his right, looking to probe a little bit. Finds Levers. Levers dodging through. Shot with his left, just wide. Backed up by Chico.
We have 19 on the shot.
Correa. Correa to Levers. Levers unable to handle it. Under 10 on the shot clock. Turned over. Scooped by the Gales. Starting our clear. That's Phillips working it up. Passes. Nice handle off the bounce for O'Driscoll. Yeah, that's interference every time. Good idea, but his feet weren't set. He's got to get down and set his feet to let O'Driscoll get through. Unable to do it there.
Really did not need to cut and set that pick. I'm really sure what he was thinking there.
No need. I think they're trying to play fast. Right? We've seen it. St. Mary's wants to go. They want to push. And I think Josh A. Williams there, he's thinking, hey, if I set a pick here, he's got his hands free, he can get a shot. But he just didn't get the pick down.
Yeah, sometimes when you're setting that pick, it's on the guy with the ball to wait until you're set. I don't think that was the case there, but it is on that player.
Daly curls high from the far side of the field, gets the feed. I believe that was Wheatley on the assist, and Daly puts it home with his left.
And I think that's the third shot he's taken down the left alley, and finally that one falls.
Yeah, it got it was a really nice sweep. We see it developing. We had about 2 or 3 guys kind of pulling towards the near side here, and he sweeps high as the ball's on the far end, and just loses defender in the mix there. His hands were free that whole way, and he capitalizes.
And that's, I really doubt that's going to be the last time he takes a shot down the left alley, aside on release. So let's see if Chico can force him to his right and not let him get down the left alley, which is what he wants.
Scrum here for the face-off. Still on the ground. Arndt comes up with it for Chico. Kyle Arndt, an honorable mention LSM for the Wildcats. Good work this year, securing 29 ground balls for his team. Also getting on the scoreboard with an assist. Well, they've been initiating kind of with an exchange. Well, here you go. It's on the crease now, but ball's on the ground. Didn't realize it though. Was Wheatley. And McGlynn comes out of there to Correa. 22 seconds on the shot clock.
2.5 minutes left in the half here.
Oh, Correa passes it wide. I think he got a nice check on his hands there from number 10, Jack Lantier for the Gales, and checks him just as he's making the pass, enough to make the pass go awry. Great pressure from the Wildcats. Immediately, ball is back on the ground. Tries to roll away from it. They got 3 seconds to get it over the midline. They do. However, they pass it to the stick of Robert Betancourt, and we're back on the offensive end for the Wildcats. Arndt surveys. Dumps safely. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Chico and St. Mary's tied at 5. Jordan Harris with it. To McGlynn. Down to Correa. Now to McGlynn. Harris wants one, just bounces it high. A lot of bounce shots here today, and I love that. Right? You can tell these guys, they're college athletes, they're lacrosse players. A lot of times, a younger player, a high school player, they may step into that and go for a high-to-high rip, but the goalie's going to see that all day. We see at this level, those bounce shots, I'd say most of our goals have been off the bounce. Great pressure from the Gales. Earns the possession. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they can hold for one here if clear it.
And they got to get it back to the end line. I believe they've got a timeout as well if they want it. So if they get it over here, they can kind of regroup and call one. Oh, I didn't see what happened here, but it looks like after passing the ball, the defender for St. Mary's, something happened, and he's on the ground. Maybe a cramp. Stretching out.
The groin area, maybe?
That could be it.
You're watching the NBA playoffs here?
I don't know. You can get kicked out for that. Player getting 2? For the Gales, that's Aiden Davis, a junior defender. Also his first year playing lacrosse. Looking good so far. 25 ground balls on the year. He's going to take a seat on the sideline. Just that's the rule. If we got a stoppage, you got to go and take a breather. I think he'll welcome that also.
That's going to work out for the Gales. It's a de facto timeout there. So it keeps the breath. They can get roll for 1 year. Let's see who's going to initiate it.
And we get the timeout anyway, so Coach Dobbs can draw something up here. It's kind of funny with the shot clock, the new rules. You still see players box it, right? That's a high school rule. You still see them at every level, at MCLA, NCAA. You still see guys run in there, stick that foot in the corner of the box, even though it's not necessary, right? You got 20 seconds to cross the midline, and then it's just shot clock.
I remember the days when you have to keep it in the box. Those are the days, man.
Keep it in. Or the horn era. Nothing like a sub horn.
Oh, yeah, the horn era.
Okay, 5-5, 55 seconds left. Lots of 5s on that board. And we'll see if St. Mary's can make it 6. They've run a lot of 2-3-1, initiate from behind, maybe get a sweep. A lot of their goals have been sweeps from up top, actually. So ball's going to start up here. Daly's probably going to just begin with it. It's 55 seconds. What time would you initiate if you're holding for 1?
I think I want to start my dodge around 20. We'll see if they really got to set a pick. But I want to start around 20 in case I don't get a quick goal. If I'll get a shot off around 10 and there's a rebound, you have enough time to maybe move it once or twice and get a second shot off. But you don't want to wait until 10-15 because then if you miss the cage, you don't have enough time to get a secondary look.
Yeah. Yes, you got options if you're the Gales. Daly's been able to get past his guy. Limone's been able to get past his guy. Wheatley's shown some shakes as well. We know Josh A. Williams is a goal scorer too. So just pick your poison if you're the Wildcats. I think you really got to focus in on number 8, right? Daly, he is the do-it-all guy for St. Mary's. You can't let him just walk in and score. You've got to make the other guys beat you here.
This would be that time to throw in that zone look and maybe cause some confusion if you wanted to. It doesn't look like they are going to throw the zone look. It looks like they're going man.
Yeah, that would be some junk for sure. And we see Daly content to let the clock wind down. Marked here by Arndt for the Wildcats.
So he's on the right side, and he's got the pull. And my guess he's going to want to get down that alley with his left-handed shot.
Okay, we got a little action here. 25 seconds remaining in the half. Working it behind is O'Driscoll. Has a bit of a step, finds Williams. Williams up to Broadwell. Broadwell to Wheatley. Wheatley dodging his pull. Gets down the alley, gets a shot off. Decent location, tried to go 5-hole. Kicked loose. Williams comes up with it. Nice save from Coker again. Unsure how they didn't call interference on that as the goalie had a clamp on it. And it looked like we kicked his cross. Nonetheless, Coker comes up big on the second attempt to keep it a tie ball game here at the end of the first half. 5-5 in Los Gatos. We've got a great game with 30 minutes remaining. We're going to take a break here, and we will rejoin you for the second half.
Sunlight's coming in. Yeah, yeah, it's hard.
Here you go, Chico! Go, Gales!
Welcome back to Los Gatos High School here, where we are the home of this year's WCLL playoff tournament. We are tied up 5-5 between St. Mary's and Chico State, and we've got a battle here. Both teams anticipating really a fight. I think maybe this is more so of a fight than I thought we were going to get, with a lot of physical play, great ground ball battles, great goals, great goalie play on both sides. Really just a fun game so far through the first half. Joe, what are you seeing here from each squad?
Well, it's been a back-and-forth game so far. It seems like both teams are scoring in the 6-on-6, which is good to see. We've seen a couple of transition plays which have led to goals. So let's see if they can continue to convert in transition.
Yep. Chico State had a advantage at the face-off X in the first quarter. In the second quarter, St. Mary's was able to mix it up a little bit more, similar to what we're seeing right here. It's been a ground ball scrum and really an effort to pick up a secure possession off the face-off for both teams. And this is more of the fight, more of the same. We took a 10-minute break here for halftime, and these teams are ready to get right back to it. St. Mary's secures possession in the stick of Williams. Williams gets his line one midfielders out there. Excuse me. Wheatley going for a run up top. We do have a number update for you on the Wildcats end here. Number 33, that's Liam Carroll. Usually wears 16, but Liam Carroll wearing 33. He's a goal scorer for the Wildcats today. He's a captain. He's a first-team WCLL defender. So no wonder we're seeing 33 all over. Now we know who it is. Great work today, Liam. Keep it up. Liam looking to clear it right now.
Is that a crease violation?
It was. St. Mary's just walked into the crease unknowingly, giving the ball back to Chico. First possession of the second half for the Wildcats. See what they drew up here to counter the zone. Nice stick from Daly. Gets the ball down. Bounces right to Chico. Puts it home. That is number 23, Jacob Levers, getting his second of the day. Right place, right time for Chico, as Daly did a good job keeping his stick in the passing lane. Tips the pass, it hits the ground. Levers just happens to be cutting right behind it, picks it up, puts it home. That's a bang play. Joe, you talked about it earlier. You might call it a garbage play, but if you're right place, right time, you really can't teach that. And some guys just have a nose for the ball.
Yeah, not all goals are created equal. So if you can, find ways to score easier rather than harder, you will take it. And that just generated off that turnover by the Gales. So that's a big play here early in the second half.
Daly, good effort on the wing to get the ground ball. Back to Limon. Limon working up the right side from X, draws a double, gets middle, nice hitch, back again, and slings it home, bar down. What's up, Limon? Come on. Great goal right there. Drew 2, drew 3, didn't matter. Put it home. That was a fun one, man. I would want to see that again. We got the Gilman nets out here where everything sounds like it hits a pipe, but I think for sure that one found crossbar.
Yeah, they get that goal right back, and we're tied here at 6. So luckily that turnover, which led to the goal, doesn't hurt too badly.
Yep, slower pace in that second quarter, but both teams get a goal in the first 2 minutes of our third quarter here. Teams battling for a spot in the D2 final, taking place at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon back here in Los Gatos.
Looks like St. Mary's is still in that zone. Looks like they might be running it all game, but we'll see.
A little bit of a rotation here. Good job of overloading one side and swinging it around there. Made the defense, kind of got them on a carousel, as they say. McGlynn with the ball up top to Betancourt. Betancourt unable to handle it. Chased by McKeon for the Gales. Williamson skips across back to McGlynn. McGlynn takes a shot. It was blocked by Welcomers, resetting the shot clock. Inside to Betancourt. Good second slide. Put him on the ground. St. Mary's wins the race to the end line. Looking for a number here. I'll give it to you when I got it. The Gales clearing. Jared Ralletta with it right now, trying to decide whether he can go over the midline or not.
There's no one around. He's pushing it.
Oh, good handle here off the bounce. Oh, big shot down the alley there. Williamson trying to get one in transition, just misses wide left.
And he wants that one back, I can already tell.
I think he rushed it, right? He could have taken a few more steps to the middle, gotten himself a better angle. But he felt the defense bearing down on him. Wanted to get it off before. Ooh, big move. Limon, that was very similar to the last move in which he got the goal, but that time the defense for the Wildcats able to put the ball on the ground. Scooped up. Heavy checks. Ball's still out. Daly with it. Time and room. Misses. Going for that bottom corner. Man, we had a good angle at that. Great location for it. Had to go low against Coker, who's been seeing everything up high. Just missed that one wide.
He likes that sidearm from the low angle. Lo and behold, it does go wide, which is one of the downsides of shooting sidearm. But that's his shot. He's going to continue to take it.
Daly going against Arndt. He likes his matchup. Good check from Arndt, though. Makes an unreliable pass. Skipped through. Wrangled up by Broadwell. Wheatley going for a dodge down the right side. Going against McGlynn. Wheatley shoots one wide. Backed up by Williams. Williams with 45 left in the shot clock to Limon. Limon going for one against Grattan. Tried to get inside. Good job to close the gate from Grattan. Back to Williams. Williams takes a shot. Seen the whole way from Coker there. Good job. Rebounds to himself. Starts to clear for Wildcats. Grattan with it. Tries to feed down the middle there, but poor pass. Luckily scooped up by Levers for Chico.
That's a gift right there.
Yep. That could have easily gone the other way. McGlynn with it up top. Over to Betancourt. There's a guy sneaking on the crease if he wants it. Back to McGlynn. Murray operating the left wing. They like that little exchange. Kind of shallow cut here. Betancourt in his right hand. McGlynn cutting through with his left. Contend for a better look, right? Best look, not a good look, but Betancourt just dropped it. Nice goose from Daly. Able to pick it up was 23, Aiden Davis. I don't know how that ball dropped there. It looked just like he cradled it out. Daly pushing transition. There's lefty again, seen the whole way from Coker. I think Coker's expecting that lefty shot now.
So that one was actually on cage, but goalie stopped us all the whole way.
In transition there, you're staring down the goalie. He's looking at you the whole way. His feet are set. He knows it's coming. You got to get him moving a little bit, especially when he's saving the ball like Coker is. Yep. Chico did a nice job working it across the field. Murray takes the shot. I'm not sure if Welcomer got a piece of it or if it was off cage and he just got the backup. Either way, it was a nice play. However, he just threw it right back to Chico. Oh. Murray saves it. And we got a timeout called for Chico. I think that's a smart timeout there from Coach Law. Like you said, we're throwing it back and forth. We're kind of all out of sorts. We had 2 goals to start this third quarter. We've settled in a little bit. It's getting a little hotter. Tempers are flaring maybe. There's a spot in the championship on the line. It's playoff lacrosse. Let's settle down. Let's get a goal. When we can attack them 6-on-6, we've shown to be successful here. So I like that timeout call right there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how much stamina plays a factor in some of these turnovers. They're just unforced errors. So it's something that both teams need to clean up right now because it's happening for both teams.
Just a quick check on point scorers today for St. Mary's. We've got Daly with 2 goals, Broadwell with 1, Limon with 2, Williams with 1, Wheatley getting on the board with 2 assists. For the Wildcats, McGlynn with 2, Levers with 2, Betancourt's got an assist, Correa's got 1 goal, 1 assist, and Carroll getting a long pole goal. Those are your goal scorers today. Top scorers on the year for each team. Pretty similar list. For the Gales, Daly, he's got 44 points on the year. Limon's got 42 on the year. Wheatley's 25. Williams is 23. Lots of points being spread across the St. Mary's side. For Chico, Levers is 28 points, Correa's 23, McGlynn's 22, and Williamson also has 22. And all these guys able to score goals and get assists. And we're seeing that today. They're moving the ball around. Pretty good stick work in the 6-on-6. We're seeing the issues in transition, but 6-on-6, both these teams looking relatively sharp.
Yeah, you're going to get more assists naturally with the zone, right? The ball is naturally going to be moving more, fewer dodges, and then assisted goals.
McGlynn to Murray. Back to McGlynn. Good sneak behind from Correa. He's got it. Oh, big stuff right there. Welcomer matches stick, rejects him, sends him home, but the ball bounces back to the Wildcats.
I was thinking he might try to put it back there.
I think he should have. Good cut from Correa. Look for him to find that again. When the ball's in the stick of McGlynn, he's drawn a lot of attention, right? Sam McGlynn for the Wildcats. He's a goal scorer. He's a threat. Correa curled around the crease, took advantage of that, and I agree. Probably should have gone BTB. Ground ball, Corey Broadwell for the Gales. It was a good possession. Good possession for the Wildcats. You got to look. Goalie made a great play. Broadwell works it up the near sideline. Wheatley content to lock it in here. Let's settle in. Let's get our offensive set going, says Weston Wheatley. Nope, Limon wants to go. Decent idea there. O'Driscoll. They've gotten that cut from X a few times now, and Chico doing a really good job of crashing down.
And he's guarded there on the crease. It's tough to pull it out as an offensive player. You take a little dodge, you want to make a play, but he was not open there. Just a forced pass, which leads to the turnover.
Yeah. Arndt goes for a little lever pass there, unable to connect. We've got a battle in the corner. Looks like it's kicked out by St. Mary's. It's going to be Wildcat ball. Correa brings it in. St. Mary's finding their zone. McGlynn with it. Down to Murray.
I want to challenge Chico to get a guy in the crease sooner, because that's the look you want. You know, you're getting a lot of outside looks, but ideally with that zone look, you want to be moving it a couple times and finding the crease guy for a 10-yard shot right in front of the cage.
Yeah. Here comes that exchange. Now they fill the crease. They can go right back to it if they want. Shot goes wide. Williamson.
Still no cage or goalie touching the ball, so 24 seconds here on the shot clock.
Correa picks it up at X. Dodges a little bit ahead of steam there. Big wind up. Found a leg there. Betancourt takes a shot. Looks like it was O'Driscoll who ate it right in his thigh. He's limping off the field. St. Mary's, you have 5 guys on your defensive end right now. And that's the Chico could go for a double here if they wanted to.
And that's the shot that you were looking to give up, right? If you're in that zone look, you're willing to give up something, and it's that outside shot. And so far, they've been relatively successful in that zone.
Hopefully O'Driscoll can shake that one off. Never feels good to get hit by a shot, but usually able to get back in the game relatively quickly once you get the muscles loosened up a little bit. Limon dodging through everybody, but ball squeaks out. Wheatley take a shot right at the goalie. And we have a stoppage for, I think that was the the slide that came in and collided with Limon. Limon feeling a little frisky here. He's getting the ball, and he wants to go at his defender. He doesn't care about the slide, for better or for worse here. And you know, it's a great slide from Chico. I'm trying to get a number on this player. You know, both Limon and the slider went down after that big hit. It looks like for Chico it was number 9, Robert Betancourt, with the nice slide. Wait, nine's up here. Oh, there's 8 up here. Okay, Betancourt. I think early signs is Betancourt being evaluated right now. Hopefully we just got the wind knocked out of us here. Coach Law out on the field to comfort the player. We'll try and keep you updated as much as we can here with the situation. Trainer on site. You know, you see him right here in the black polo. Doesn't seem overly concerned here. My hope is it's just a wind knocked out of him. We got water coming in from the sideline. We'll catch our breath a little bit.
I wasn't sure if he got hit in the head.
It's always your concern. He's a big slide. It was, in fact, Betancourt. We could see the number 9 right there, popping up, getting some water.
Looks like he should get off.
Good to see him get off on his own power here. Might want to grab his stuff. Oh, that's his stuff right there. That's the coach's got on. All right, I believe it was Chico ball. Coker just had a nice save off that scrum. Officials stopped it for injury timeout. It's going to be Chico ball. They'll start it outside the box here. That's Grattan with it. Whistles blow, and we're playing lacrosse again. And right back to it. We are physical ride. Ball goes out of bounds. Limon, nice check on the butt end. Smartly picks it up. He's ready to run. Gets to the middle, has a shot. Oh, great check right there. Those guys are battling, man. Limon and Grattan. Great matchup.
Surprised he didn't continue running there. You know, the guy's right on his back.
Yeah.
No one around. He stops and he gets hit by the defender on his side.
Daly going for a lefty sidearm sweep shot. A little bit deep, a little bit early in the shot clock. Would love to see him settle in a little bit more. Yeah, on that shot you were talking about, I think Limon thought maybe he was defender going over the top to his left hand when he made that switch, and so he thought he had that time. Certainly looked a little bit awkward. Good check from Grattan. Chico on the offensive end.
And if he's not going to take that shot on the run, if he's going to set his feet, you can be a little bit more aggressive and you know, take the risk of him running by you, because you know he's not going to take that shot on the run. You can kind of catch up to him. So we'll see if he tries to exploit that in the matchup moving forward for the rest of the half.
3 minutes, 15 seconds in the third quarter. We are tied up 6-6. Skip through. Ball to X to Correa. Correa draws the adjacent guy in the zone. Finds a 23. That's Levers. Good shot right there. I'm happy with that shot every day of the week. Righty time and room from the hash. Just unable to hit cage. Or maybe did hit cage. I think we had a shot clock reset. We're sitting at 70 seconds.
And with this zone, you know, we're not seeing a ton of off-ball movement by Chico. You know, a lot of guys standing with their sticks up. A little bit easier to go.
Correa gets it across to Harris. Murray now with it. Murray, skip over. That's Betancourt. Shoots high, misses. Backed up by Correa.
again, another shot from 15-plus yards out. Looks like the Gales are going to continue to live with that shot.
Yeah, and I think I guess a goalie like Welcomer, who, Defensive Player of the Year for the WCLL, even though he was second-team All-League goalie, I'm not sure how that works, but hey, that's what we're told. You've got to work for better shots, and that's one thing Coach Law talked about is you got to figure out this goalie, and I don't know if shots from 15 are going to do it. St. Mary's turns it over on the clear, back to Chico.
And when you have the luxury of a great goalie, you can kind of compact your defense, and that's their strategy. And it's, we're still tied here,
Yep.
but there's been a transition goal, a goal right off a ground ball scrum. So it's only 4 real 6-on-6 goals that I can recall thus far for Chico.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why they have this zone. They're relying on the backbone of their defense and Welcomer. He's up for the challenge so far today. More work to do, though, as we are tied. In a tight game here, 1 goal could be the difference. Williamson probes inside. Finds Murray for a shot. Missed wide. It is backed up. Goes to the Gales. Remember, it's closest to where the ball goes out of bounds, not closest to the end line. The crowd disagrees. I think it's the right call. Unable to handle again on the clear. St. Mary's just really got to get the ball to your offense.
It'd be funny if one of the parents said, "Oh, that is their ball."
That's true. I guess if you're a Chico fan, you're gonna argue it should be Chico ball. I had a play the other day where our guy passed it kind of close to the net. It went out of bounds. The refs called it a shot. I was like, nah. It was a pass, and he gave the ball back. I was hoping for some good karma. They went down and scored right away, so what did I do? I didn't earn anything there, so I'll go ahead and take the inaccurate shot call.
So we're at 25 seconds so far left in this third quarter. Let's see when they choose to initiate and if they can get a solid look.
Wheatley over to Daly. Daly got a step in his left. Just misses wide. He fades a little bit on that shot. I think if he comes back to the middle and tries to finish in front, he's putting that one in. But dropped down and missed wide because of it. We got 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That's enough time.
I'd be going right away. We don't have time to waste.
5 seconds. Limon tries to feed inside. Ball down. Nearly got a shot off. Was O'Driscoll. We finished the third quarter here tied at 6-6. Man, and talk about a battle here. Third quarter starts 5-5. Within 2 minutes of the third quarter, we're at 6-6, and then we go 13 more minutes of scoreless lacrosse. With both these teams getting decent looks, but a little bit sloppy in the clearing game, impacting the ability to settle into an offense and get things rolling.
Yeah, and both goalies playing pretty well, right? So, it's been about a 13-minute scoring drought for both teams. So, for all we know, it might just come down to whoever gets the ball with, a minute left in the game. Because so far it's been neck and neck for 3 quarters.
Yeah, interesting philosophies on both teams. Very, very competing philosophies. You've got St. Mary's. They're push. Let's go fast. Kind of almost I don't know. Maybe this isn't an accurate comparison, but almost like the old school Warriors teams, where it's like, hey, every shot's a good shot. Let's go. Chico, on the other hand, they want to settle in. They don't want to take ill-advised shots. They don't want to let that goalie get hot. They want to settle in. They're going against this zone. They're probing. They're working a little bit more technically. And it's interesting. It's an interesting battle.
Yeah, and in St. Mary's, the thing that fuels those fast break opportunities is the defense. So if they can continue to get stops, they're going to continue to get opportunities to push the pace and transition.
Okay, 15 minutes of lacrosse here to go in our first quarterfinal action of the day. Of course, 3 more games to come afterwards, but we are focused in here for 15 to decide who is going to earn the first spot in our D2 final tomorrow. Great ground ball from Arndt to win the first faceoff of the fourth quarter here. Pushes up ahead, finds Yang. Yang tries to force one in the middle there. Knocked down.
I like the idea.
Correa comes up with it. No numbers, smartly elects to go behind. Correa, big skip up top. Levers with it. Levers to Williamson. Williamson to McGlynn. McGlynn seems to be the party starter for this Chico offense. He's doing a lot here. They like this exchange as he kind of flips with Williamson up high. Obviously, he's shown to be a shooter as well. Williamson finds McGlynn. McGlynn almost pulled one. Ball is down. St. Mary's trying to goose it to their teammates there. Coming out with it is Daly. Daly up to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll going for a run, draws one.
Smart. Could have forced it there. Chose not to.
Yeah, Carroll was coming hot.
These are valuable possessions here in the fourth quarter.
Wheatley with the shorty matchup. We've seen him go at poles here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to take it.
Look at all that space he got up top.
Not anymore. Wheatley with a little bit of a shake, gets back to his right. Nice trail check. Ball squirts out. Still on the ground. Good check. Still on the ground. Secured by Grattan. Safely to his goalie. For St. Mary's, that was one guy trying to do everything. But here we go. We got a 4-on-2. Oh, shot deflected. Almost able to capitalize with O'Driscoll off the deflection.
And when you're Chico, you're getting some decent stops, and the poles are getting the ball, but they got to get the ball to a short stick on the clear. They're throwing pole to pole, and they're not connecting.
Oh, that's a tough play right there. Williams got a shot off, hit the pipe, it went out of bounds behind. O'Driscoll thought he had the backup. However, Grattan on the far side showed that hustle, got closer to where the ball went out, not closer to the end line. That's something that both teams have kind of done incorrectly in the last few minutes. Daly, great check, and draws the flag. That's going to be could be a big decision here in this game as they call McGlynn for a push. Questionable in my eyes, but earned by Daly with the wrap check, got the ground ball. He's trying to turn the corner there, and I guess McGlynn did see the back of his jersey, did make contact, but I think Daly there did a little acting on his part as well.
And you see, in sports, you're rewarded with effort. Daly makes an awesome play to take the ball away, picks up the ground ball, and gets that push, and that's all from his effort there.
Daly takes the first shot available, misses wide, backed up. I think this is when Coach Dobbs was saying earlier, we got to work for the best shot, not the first shot. And that was the first shot. This might be the best shot. Seen the whole way from Coker. And St. Mary's was a man up there. That's two quick shots in a man up set. Chico pushing the other way. Correa dodging 1-on-6. Smartly dumps behind.
Looks like St. Mary's was able to get Daly off. He's been all over the field today. Just took 2 shots on the man up, and he's probably got to be gassed. So let's see if they can try to keep his legs fresh down the home stretch of this game. Maybe he can deliver a goal or 2 when it matters most.
McGlynn back on the field after serving his time. Betancourt with it. Swings through to Levers. Levers down to Correa. Correa through the middle. Oof, almost able to find
He's there. He's
Williamson on the cut. Ball trickles out of bounds.
open. Good idea.
Big clear for the Gales. We're seeing, I don't know if it's late in the game and legs are getting a little bit tired, but it seems like the clears have been easier for teams as maybe the rides are getting less aggressive.
I agree.
And in a tight game, maybe you're content to not ride super hard with your attack in your midfield. You want to get some of your sub. You want to just drop back and play settled 6-on-6 because clearly you've been doing okay. Nice save from Coker off the shot from Wheatley. Wow, that's a big save.
Yeah, not a huge angle there. Good shot.
Correa leading the charge. No numbers. Backs it out.
And I know Chico wants to slow it down, but I'd love to see them get into their set a little bit early. It's been, 40 seconds or so into the shot clock for most of these possessions that they've waited to get the guy in the crease and start initiating their offense. So if they can try to do some of that earlier on, maybe get a few looks as opposed to just one in the shot clock possession.
Agreed. It's almost a all or nothing when you wait that long in the shot clock. Levers down to Correa. Correa gets upfield. Oh, big stop. Welcomer goes low. Keeps it a tie game. That's why he's Defensive Player of the Year. That is a game-saving, season-saving save right there. Oh, and we have a turnover. Here comes Levers the other way. Back to Correa. Can he do it again? Welcomer! Oh, my. Levers again tells his team, hey, let's settle here. Oh, Correa, that's 2 on the doorstep. Welcomer just said, try again.
Both low.
Both low, smart, as they should be. We are seeing some goalie play today. Oop. Sweet moves from Betancourt. Oh, about a weak shot as he tried to get rolled back to his right hand. At least it went high. At least they got the backup. Didn't give up an easy save in transition there.
St. Mary's is going to be okay with the guy dodging through the hole zone.
Levers has looked nice here. Murray drawing a lot of pressure there. That's 23 Aiden Davis for the Gales. Williamson through the defense. Betancourt, Hitch.
There's that skip.
Good take right there. That's 32, Jordan Harris.
Don't think that hit the goalie, so we're still at 18 on the shot clock.
Jordan Harris, shout out Virtually Varsity if you're watching. St. Mary's player down. As it gets hotter, are we talking hydration? Are we talking cramps? These guys drove down this morning. St. Mary's, an hour away on a good day. Maybe those legs a little tight. Looks to be a cramp. Hopefully that's all it is. We are exactly halfway through our fourth quarter. 7.5 minutes to go. Still tied up 6-6. Both teams with some decent looks here in the fourth. Correa bringing it in.
Again, less than 20 on the shot clock here. We need to go soon.
McGlynn. Levers going for a run. Nice save, Welcomer again. That's going to reset the shot clock. And Levers with a great ground ball. Give Chico another shot.
They're going to go right back to their open set.
Very content to let that time run. You've gotten some good looks here, and Welcomer's been up to the challenge, but you got to have confidence that, hey, one of these is going to go. Let's keep it. Let's keep doing what we're doing, but let's not turn it over with a poor pass like that. Oh, man, St. Mary's bailed out. It's going to be Gale's ball.
And they're wisely going to get it to their guy Daly, short stick. He's going to clear it for him.
I think he might try and do more than clear it here. They look a little bit unsettled here. There's lots of room on the bottom of the defense. There's your cutter. Good job on the back side from Carroll to cover that up. And they try to play fast, and they get bit. Ball back to the Wildcats.
You got to get the ball to a short stick here, quickly.
Finds Carroll. Carroll comfortable with it. 2 goals on the year, so he's familiar in the offensive end. Back to Carroll. Already with one today. Finds his teammate. And a offsides. Oh, they were good, and then one of their midfielders just stopped for a second at the midline, but then kept going, knowing that Carroll had cleared it and stayed on offense. So a tough decision there. Daly, mom goal, steps on the crease, going the other way. Again, bitten by wanting to play fast, wanting to go. Good look right there.
Great look. I mean, if Daly's bringing the ball across the midline and he's got a short stick, he's going to go every time. And Chico's been trying to get that pull on him immediately when he crosses the midfield line. We're not able to there, and luckily Daly was not able to get that goal. But good look.
Ball just squirts out of Carroll's stick as he was carrying over the midfield. Back to St. Mary's. Josh A. Williams with it. Checked hard by Carroll. Carroll wants the ball back. And they get it back for a second. Grattan, ground ball. Williamson with it.
A little 3-on-3 action. Beats his guy.
3-on-2 here for a sec. Got one more. Correa, you want it? Come on. Oh, Murray finishes to put Chico State up 7-6 with 5:25 left in this quarterfinal action.
That's just tic-tac-toe right there. Beautiful transition goal.
That starts with the effort from a couple guys on Chico who aren't going to show up on the stat sheet. That was Carroll getting his second goal of the game, assisted by Correa for his 3rd point of the game. But I want to highlight on the defensive end. We have Danny Grattan picks up that ground ball in kind of a weird situation. I'm not really sure how St. Mary's turned it over, but he didn't care. Head on a swivel, ball's on the ground. Let's go get it. Finds his teammate. That's Zach Williamson, who was able to take a double team, take that pressure, keep pushing, work it over to Correa on the far side, and then he just has one easy pass to Carroll for the finish.
And what are we seeing here? Another goal not in the 6-on-6. So that zone seems to be holding up for the Gales, and Chico is finding ways to score outside of the 6-on-6, and that's how they're going to get the job done today if they're going to win this game.
That's a big play. Obviously, they scored. It's a 1-goal game. Right now, that's a go-ahead goal. But I think it's just a comedy of errors for the Gales right there. You have the look for Daly down here, low angle, mom goal. Okay, you have a chance to get the ball, but you step on the crease. Gives it back to gives it back to Chico. Chico gives it back to you. They turn it over at the box. You've got a possession. You've got a chance, and the ball just falls out of a stick.
And the storyline here in the second half is the Gales. They have not scored here apart from that goal at the very beginning of the 3rd quarter. So it's been a long scoring drought. They've gotten a few good looks, but they have not converted. So something to keep an eye out for is, are they going to be able to actually convert one of these goals? They keep on getting ample chances from the turnovers, but just cannot bury that ball in the back of the net.
Yep, and credit Coker, right? Larkin Coker for the Wildcats. I'm not tracking saves here. We can get you a number maybe at the end of the game, but he's doing a good job staying tall in the crease, denying the opportunities that the Gales have had.
And some of these shots, they're actually not on cage. I mean, that shot that Daly just took hit the side of the cage, and then he stepped in the crease. Some of these shots are going wide, and yeah, they're keeping possession behind. But eventually, you just got to put the shot on cage to get that goal.
Big face-off from Ben Yang, corralled by Arndt. Arndt works it to Carroll. and Chico's going to settle down and let the shot clock be their friend here. You know, this is one of those opportunities or chances where a few years back, you know, we'd see a keep it in call if the refs felt that a team was stalling. But I think good for the game of lacrosse, they said, you know what, if that's too much up to the ref's discretion. So they implement the shot clock here. Now the refs don't have to worry about it, keep it in. They don't have to worry about judging whether someone is stalling or not because, hey, you got 80 seconds. You got to get a shot off in 80 seconds. If you don't, it's going the other way. So St. Mary's showing a little bit of pressure. Maybe jumping out of their zone, though that looked like a zone slide. And that looked like a push in the back, and it is. Got to pick it up here.
Check that thing out of bounds.
Oh, St. Mary's had a chance to pick it up, to at least get the penalty assessed. And they do. Chico gets a man-up opportunity here.
And I'm not saying that wasn't a push in the back, but oftentimes I find if the guy falls down, the ref is just going to throw his flag. You know what I mean?
Especially that situation, right? You had Murray. He popped open on the crease. It was a great cut. Pass was a little high, so we had to reach up for it. Two slide is going to be on his back because that's what the two slide is supposed to be. I think because Murray had to reach up, he's off balance. A tiny bit of pressure there. Yeah, he hits the deck.
But you're rewarded for being undersized there.
Yeah.
If that's a bigger player, the same hit, and he doesn't fall down, that might not be a penalty. So it's just interesting to watch.
100% right. Regardless, here comes McGlynn, Betancourt, and Levers on the man up. Good shot from Levers, backed up by Murray.
That's a break there. They had nobody behind and managed to get a guy right as the ball was crossing out of bounds to get to hold possession here.
Correa with it. Penalty releases as you see Daly from the midline. Shot goes high from Betancourt there. I think it deflected maybe off of a St. Mary's defender, off a shoulder pad potentially. We are playing even lacrosse. 3 minutes remaining in the game. Chico holding on to a 1-goal lead. St. Mary's back in his zone.
This is typical. They take the 40 seconds off, put the guy in the crease, and then they start their offense. So 30 seconds left in the shot clock here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. This is a big possession. Let's see if they can convert and give themselves a little bit of a cushion here late in the game.
I think you got maybe one possession more in this zone, and then you've got to jump into something with a little more pressure. The one saving grace for the Gales is they do like to play fast on offense. So all it takes is one turnover, and then give it to Daly, let him go for a run, and sometimes good thing will happen.
And while you're
there it is. Oh, we have a shot clock violation. Daly's got it. We've got 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
And he's got a short stick right now. Let's see if he goes right away. And they wisely put a ball on him.
Okay, big possession for the Gales. Wheatley gonna dodge Betancourt, gets to the middle, just dodged right into the slide right there. You gotta have a plan when you're dodging. He got past one, drew the slide, and couldn't really do anything because the stick is in an awkward spot for him there, which happens when you dodge the middle, right? Oftentimes when you're going somewhere else, you can get those hands where you can keep the ball moving.
So what do you do here if you're Chico? Do you try to, obviously you don't want to go right away. We got still 70 seconds left in the shot clock.
You are taking the shot clock all the way down right here because you can almost run the game out. We've got, what do we got? We have 76 seconds left in the game. We got 62 on the shot clock. So you can run this down to almost 10 seconds left in the game. And you're content doing that, I think. We got a timeout from Chico. Coach Law uses his second of the half. Coming with the plan. I don't know if I like the timeout call, especially below GLE. It gives St. Mary's a chance to double, bring the goalie out, and lock everyone else off. So, maybe you want to get the stick in a ball handler's hand.
Yeah, I don't hate the timeout just because Chico wants to get their 6 guys that they want on the field. Maybe they got some quicker guys they want to put out there. But if I'm Chico, I'm only up 1, okay? Unless they get a goal or it hits the goalie, St. Mary's is likely going to have one more shot. So if I'm Chico, yeah, I want to hold it a little bit, but I also want to try to generate at least a good look and try to get a 2-goal lead here and put this game away.
Yeah, we've got 1 minute and 7 seconds here to decide a spot in the D2 final. Okay, here we go. St. Mary's breaks their huddle. Chico defense walking onto the field, led by junior goalkeeper Larkin Coker, as well as senior D Liam Carroll. Both guys, local guys actually. Liam Carroll, played at St. Francis, just down the road here at San Carlos. We got the offense working out here now. If you're the defense for Chico, right, you need to be on your guys. You can't give up anything cheap if St. Mary's were to get the ball. On this end, we see a double team being set up. We see the goalie out of the crease. We do see a guy wide open up here, though, giving him an easy out. Oh, and he gets around the double. Levers showing off his speed a little bit here.
You got to turn back here and keep it upfield. There, exactly what he does.
You want to... I always like going with the ball at X because when this happens, it's not a turnover up here. They can't go the other way as quickly. Of course, you got to pick up the ball before you can go the other way. Coming out of there, Williamson. Williamson has had more than a couple really, really big effort ground balls. Good job squeezing through all kinds of pressure as Williamson. Refs letting them play, understanding the situation. Goalie comes out. Welcomer unable to turn Williamson back. Ball's up high. That finds Betancourt.
You can just hold this.
We got 15 seconds. They have no reason. There's no shot clock. Less than...
I'm a little confused there.
I don't think there should have been a shot clock reset. So we saw one, but St. Mary's never had possession. It never should have reset, which I think...
Yeah, we're used to what happened there.
It was a shot clock reset. They didn't get a shot off, and St. Mary's never had possession, so it shouldn't have been reset.
Okay.
St. Mary's now has 10 seconds to get it down the field. Here's where your fast offense helps. Here's this is Williams taking a run through the middle, takes a few checks, gets a shot off. Save from Coker, saves the game, saves the season. Chico going to the finals.
Wow.
Man, it came down to the wire there, and Coker up for the challenge, denies Joshe Williams, and turns St. Mary's home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if that game is any indication of the next three, we are in for it. Fantastic effort from both teams. St. Mary's and Chico State. Our final score is 7-6 with the game winner was that the transition goal down here, effort play at midfield, tic-tac-toe. Carroll put it home. We have 3 players on Chico with 2 goals apiece, so it truly was a team effort for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and the defense really stepped up, especially their goal at Coker. They didn't let up a single goal after the first minute of the third quarter, so hats off to them. They got the job done. Yep.
If you're picking a player of the game here, Coker's in the running. I would say McGlynn is in the running. He had 2 early goals. I think you gotta have Williamson. He's not on the score sheet here, but he secured possession a number of times down here for the Wildcats. Those are kind of my 3. There's many other players that could be in the running. Who do you?
I got to go with Coker just because I don't think goalies get enough love, and he really stepped up when it mattered most.
Yep.
But a great team effort by the Wildcats. You can give it to any number of guys there in that game. But only holding them to 6 goals, that's a huge win for Chico.
Absolutely. In a battle of great goalies, Coker shines and leads his team into the WCLL Division II final at 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. They'll face the winner of UC Davis and San Jose State. That is our 2 o'clock game today. And we'll take a break here before we see our first Division I quarterfinal between Cal Poly and Sonoma State at 11:30. Until then, I'm Chris Nespor.
I'm Joe Dresser. Thanks for tuning in with us.